Right, here we are back on the trail. Now this time I've got Goku on leash because we've just seen a jogger coming towards us with a dog. The dog was on leash, so I instantly put Goku on leash. Very friendly dog. And Goku ran up to, I tried to run up to him, but I kept him a safe distance away. I didn't allow him to sniff, purely because if somebody puts their dog on leash, it's not that you don't trust your dog, it's that you don't know what their dog's going to do. So there we go. Can you hear the bell? Good morning. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, here he comes. Oh. Hello.
Wonderful looking dog.
I know, he's lovely, isn't he? He's a Siberian Husky.
Yeah.
He's only 14 weeks, so he's still a bit...
That's real.
Yeah.
Right, lady,
He's quite sensible though. He's fine. He's okay.
Come on.
There you go.
Back
Come on,
girl.
let's go. Thank you. Bye. Well done, Goku. So, come on, Goks. Come on. So yes, so that's typical of what happens when dogs like Goku are off leash. They'll want to come and say hello, and most dogs are friendly, really, just like people. You know, if you had a child, you know, you wouldn't drag them away from playing with other children. Same with dogs. It's just making sure that any children that are displaying bad behaviour, you'd obviously want to try and keep your child away from those types of children. And the same with dogs. If you see a dog that's barking, yapping, running around, or you can clearly see the owner doesn't have control of him, that's the kind of dog you want to avoid, or at the very least get your dog on leash so you can control the situation and have your dog a safe distance away from that dog. Today Goku's got his collar on. He has up until very recently had a harness, but to be quite frank, he's just outgrown it. There's various schools of thoughts as to whether harnesses arch the back of the dog. My view is he likes the harness, but obviously being a husky, he's prone to pull. So if you don't want to be dragged for a walk, then collar tends to be better. But again, as I said, he's off leash most of the time, so it's not really an issue. It's only when he's on leash, and you can see even now he's not really pulling at the leash. He's quite comfortable. Obviously I'm not dragging him along either, so it's about being responsive to your dog. You know, again, you have to be patient with dogs because they want to explore and sniff, and if you are constantly in a battle with them, then they're not going to enjoy the experience of going for a walk. And you don't take your dog for a drag, you take them for a walk. So that's what the dog should be doing. In fact, I'm going to take him off leash now that the coast's clear. So I'll just unclip this from his collar. There we go. Come on, the goats. And he can hear everything. He can hear the birds, he can smell, you can see he's picked up the scent of something there, and he's heard something. So he's picked up the scent of something and he's following the trail now, and you can see that he's found something that he likes. Now that's probably rabbit, I would say, or squirrel, but more likely rabbits. So he'll often stop and use his sense of smell to explore whatever scent he's picked up. So he's heard something, and you'll see that he goes up on his haunches as soon as he hears a sound that he thinks might be interesting. So sometimes he'll be playing and he'll stop all of a sudden with those big ears on top of that head of his. He'll try and figure out what it is that he's hearing. But there's so many sounds. Again, these dogs are conditioned to hear everything, so he'll be picking up all sorts of wonderful noises while he's here. And this is a beautiful park. It's 2,400 acres, which is a very big space, so we're lucky that we've got this sort of space that he can run and play on a daily basis, which gives him the freedom he needs. But if you're in an urban area and you don't have this sort of space, then you're better off putting your dog in the car and trying to find a local public space that your dog can have a proper run, because dogs that are cooped up will eventually start to display, you know, behavioural issues. They might snap, or they might get a bit a bit agitated, bite your sofa, that sort of thing. So Goku, after a long walk like this, will usually flop down into his basket, and that'll be him for a good few hours. So this is as much therapy for us as it is for the dog. Okay. Now, what we've tried to do, you can see I'm letting him trot away now. Let's just see if, I can't clap because I've got the phone in my hand, but if I call him, Goku! If I call and clap, see, he comes back. Good boy. So yeah, so he'll come if I call him once, so which is what I want him to do when he's off leash. I don't want him running all over the place. Obviously I don't want him exploring, but I need to know that really within reason at any point I can call him and he'll come back. So let's try again. Goku! See, so he responds when I call his name, which is what I want him to do. I don't want him to be completely oblivious to me. Now, there's occasions where I guess at some point in time that's not going to work. He hasn't had a rabbit incident yet where he's chased any rabbits, but he's getting older, so that prey drive instinct no doubt will kick in as he gets bigger, and I'm sure there'll be a day when I call him and he'll carry on running. But that's the very reason we've got him tagged. So he's got a tag with a chip, and he's also got, he's going to get really muddy now, he's also got a lot of mud on his paws. Goku, look at you, you're covered in mud. So he's got a tag with his name and address on there, and my phone number and Mom's phone number, which means if he's out for a walk any point in time and disappears, worst case scenario, somebody will find him and we'll call the number and we'll be able to retrieve him. But having a chip and a collar is absolutely essential, so he's got that, which is good for him and good for us. Okay, Goku. See.